Good morning, YouTube hikers.
Morning.
Tom and Julie here. We're in Joshua Tree National Park. It's a few days before Christmas 2019. Today we are hiking up the Pine City Canyon, starting at the pullout by the north entrance of Joshua Tree at the Contact Mine exhibit. But we're not going to the Contact Mine today. We've been up there before. So off we go, heading up Pine City Canyon. So instead of going to the Contact Mine, we have to cut left across this plateau and then find the Pine City Canyon. So we're leaving the main wash that is the route to the Contact Mine, and we're going to head left up this secondary wash. What a nice little wash this is. No human tracks, lots of small animal tracks. Probably some rabbits and some small rodents. Maybe a bobcat or two here or there. Here's a large specimen of a pencil cactus. That's a pretty big one. I haven't seen too many that big. There's a little barrel cactus, the red one over there. Here's another pencil. Some yuccas, choyas. We're out of the wash and we're going cross country. What a beautiful morning. Pretty clear, no wind, fairly warm. We're following this small animal trail. Probably, I don't think it's big enough for a deer trail, probably a cat or rabbits. Up there in the distance on the horizon is Queen Mountain. That's about 56, elevation 5670, I believe. We're at about 3,200 right now, so that goes up a couple thousand feet from here. We've got a video of that climb, Queen Mountain Summit, coming in from the other side of the mountain than we are on now. So here we are. We ran across Will and John from
Amherst, Massachusetts.
Amherst, Massachusetts, and Will's going to school where?
Otis College of Art and Design in LA.
Okay, and you guys are just out here hiking for the day, right?
Just out for the day. We got a long drive ahead, so we're just doing a cross-country tour around here and just happened to run into Tom.
Cool.
Good tips and good places to see, good cactus to identify, so
there you go.
A lot.
Well, nice running into you guys, and maybe we'll see you on YouTube sometime down the line.
Yeah.
All right, have a good hike.
You too.
So our little wash is merging into a bigger wash. We're going uphill. So I'm guessing that this might be the one that comes out of Pine City Canyon. So it's kind of fun to run into Will and John. They're out here on vacation hiking around, and found them out here in the middle of nowhere. But they turned back, I think. Look at the little animal tracks here, like a little small rodent. Almost looks like a car tire, but it's a rodent. Here's some more. Going back and forth across the wash. This is looking back from the direction we came from. And behind me is the official start of Pine City Canyon. Right at this point of rocks would be considered the start of the canyon. I've not been up this before, so I don't know what to expect. So we just entered the canyon. This would be considered the northeastern end of the canyon, or beginning, depending on which way you're going. Well, our sandy wash is just about running out as we get to a little steeper section of the canyon. It looks like it's going to turn to rocks. And then I believe we're going to go around the left side of that mound you see in the center of the canyon, and then up to the saddle in the background on the horizon. Still heading up the rocky wash, gaining some altitude. I couldn't help but notice that something's been eating this prickly pear. There's a broken piece here, and if you look in the background, there's been other ones that are half eaten like that also. And then down here on the ground is the one that's broken off, and you can see that something's been nibbling away at the insides of it. Probably a good source of food and water for the animals out here. Come to some interesting rock formations here, and up above us in the hill here. A lot of this rock is slick rock where the water's been running over, so it's hard to get good grip on it. This is looking behind us back down the canyon. It's turned into a pretty good scramble. This is looking up. It's pretty choked with big boulders, but we're picking our way through. Beautiful view off in the clear sky of the distant mountains, all the way over to the Coxcomb Mountains. We're still headed up this way. We're scrambling away. Lots of big boulders. Fun though. We're only about 2/10 of a mile from one of the official trails at the top of this canyon. So we figured we'd call it quits there. We've gone about 3 miles so far and 1,000 feet of elevation gain. And these boulders are a little tricky. Well, this is what we're looking at here. This big one is cantilevered out quite a ways. That's a big boulder. Higher up we go, the harder it gets. Well, we are pretty much at the top of the canyon where it levels out. It goes a little ways beyond us here. Some huge boulders up here. I'm standing on top of one. I gotta be 70 feet in the air here, looking down, and I'm on one big boulder. That's looking down canyon the way we came from. And then the mountains off in the distance. Still nice and clear out today. There she is, underneath the big boulders. Hopefully everything stays put where it is, because that's good sized rock. We're trying to get to this structure over here. I believe it might be the spring. There's a spring out here somewhere. So that's the top of the canyon. We just came out of it. Now we're in kind of a bowl here. We have mountains all around us. There's a hawk flying up there. There's this structure over here that we're going to go check out. And we're in a little wash. So let's go around the corner here and see what this was. So I figured out what this is. It's a rain collector. The roof is a collection device. Comes into this tank and feeds out into the guzzler. They have a guzzler over here with a camera on it. Probably a motion activated camera. The guzzler's right here. Although there's no water in it. Little teeny bit of water, not much. So like I said, this is just a big rain collection system. And it comes down into this big gutter and all drains off to the opposite side and goes into that big tank that's half buried over there, which has water in it. The guzzler doesn't have much water in it. Must be plugged up somewhere. So I guess according to the map, this is considered to be the Pine Spring. So that's going to be as far as we go today. How many miles was it, Julie? So it was 3¼ miles from the contact mine pullout up the Pine City Canyon to here. It was 1,300?
1,300 elevation.
feet of elevation gain, and it took us about 3 hours. It's a pretty tough little scramble, not that difficult, but you know, 3 hours to go 3 miles.
3 1/4.
3 1/4, so that tells you something.
Yep.
So we're going to turn around here and make our way back down the canyon. Well, you never scramble the rocks the same way twice. We went up kind of on the other side. We're trying something different on this opposite side going down. We're back down out of the hard stuff now. Julie said she'd rather be in an underground mine.
I thought this would be easier.
Climbing ladders.
Yeah.
Well, we're at the end of the canyon here. That's looking behind us where we came from. We went all the way up to the top at the horizon that you can see. This is the end of it right here, and now we're headed back out into the flats, back to the trailhead. About another, I think it's like a mile or a mile and a half back to the contact mine parking area and trailhead. We're back to the big wash that heads up to the contact mine trail and road. So we're just about done with this one. So look who we ran into out here. We ran into Patrick and Rudy and our neighbors in the RV park, Jim and Karen. And what are you guys doing out here today?
We're hiking.
You're hiking, and what else you been doing today?
We've been golfing.
Golfing.
What else did we do, Rudy?
Swimming.
Swimming.
We had lunch at the restaurant.
Oh, nice. You guys are having a heck of a day.
Yeah.
What about breakfast? What did Jim make?
He made pancakes.
Pancakes
Blueberry
with
pancakes.
syrup?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for making an appearance in my video, and we will see you later.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
We're
bye.
looking for the next red sign,
Rudy,
right?
Here we are back at the exhibit for the contact mine and the parking lot for the mine hike, which is just inside the north entrance of Joshua Tree Park. Our hike today was 6.5 miles with about 1,300 feet of elevation gain. We went up Pine Canyon up to the Pine Spring, and they have a guzzler up there for the animals. And anyway, thanks to the people that made a guest appearance in the video today, Jim and Karen, Patrick and Rudy, and Will and John. I hope you guys all enjoyed your hike today. So from Julie and myself, we thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next adventure.
See ya.